All right, everybody. Josh Reeves here with you. Welcome. It is Tuesday, December 18th, 2018. Thank you very much for joining me here for another edition of the broadcast. I'm back with you here, back broadcasting after a extended absence, so I'm glad to be back with you here and give you some updates and tell you about some things and let you know what's going on. I have recently come into some new information and new research which has absolutely set my whole fucking brain on fire. On fire. Like I have not been set on fire in years. And the unbelievable thing about this piece of research is that everything that I've done up to this point in my career as making films and being a researcher, this new thing ties in with every bit of it. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's... And in due time, I'll tell you all about it. It's mind-blowing. We, at the first of the month, did not reach our operating cost goal again this month, and it caused some serious problems. So that's why I haven't been here. And I'm back. And I am working right now on preparing this new research and new information I've come into and preparing it for presentation to you all very soon. Again, it's one of those things, man. This is one of those things where I've talked about this many times. This is how so many things come to me now. It's mind-blowing. How many things I find, how many pieces of evidence and things I find during the small, limited time I set aside for myself. You know, when you do this kind of work, and you're somebody like me who's so dedicated to it and has dedicated his entire life to it, literally. You know, I didn't used to take breaks at all. Now I've learned to, after having problems with my health and stuff, I've learned to take breaks, take time out, you know, go out, have a walk, you know, go have, you know, get away from the computer, get away from the research, get away from thinking about this stuff. At least, you know, a couple of times a week. And also every day, at least have sometimes, you know, even the worst shit job in the world, by law, they got to give you a fucking 30-minute break and 2 15-minute, whatever it is, wherever you live. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, you know, when you're for yourself, you have to remind yourself to take those breaks and remind yourself to have moments away from this stuff sometimes. And just, you know, I've talked about it. You know, that's when I watch stupid stuff. So I was having another one of those moments where I'd been working on Spellcasters 2 and I'd been working on stuff. And I decided to, you know, look and see what kind of movies were available on BitTorrent. So anyway, I saw this movie and it led me to uncover some serious shit that already corresponds and ties in with other stuff I've already researched on, and some stuff that some people have already researched and put out some stuff on, but because they don't have, and this is not a bragging thing, this is absolute facts, and you'll see this backed up once I'm ready to present this information to you very soon. This week, I'll at some point, probably at the end of the week or so. I'm not for sure yet. really right now, I'm still putting it all together and piecing it all together myself. See, this is the problem that I realized that I didn't know was a problem when I first set out to make the Spellcasters films. I thought when I set out to make the film and began working on the film and doing the process of it, ladies and gentlemen, it's very hard to explain this. I don't feel like I've explained this properly on past shows. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. I don't feel like I feel like, according to some of the reactions I've got from some people, I feel like I haven't explained this properly. But this is the real deal, honest truth. And again, I apologize if I haven't explained this properly. I'll do it now. Unlike every other film and every other project I've taken on, see, I do the research. I set out to make the film. I do all the research. And then I start doing the writing. And the writing takes the longest of the whole thing, because the writing is the film. Once you get all the research done, you do the writing. Once you get all the writing done, then you do the voiceovers. Then you piece everything together and start putting it together like a 5 million piece jigsaw puzzle. That's really what it's like. The difference with this project that I did not ever expect to see coming, and still have not anticipated this, never anticipated this at all, because it's never happened on this scale. What I did not anticipate is that I did not anticipate that this was a continuing research effort. I thought when I set out to make this film, the Volume 2 and Volume 3, ladies and gentlemen, I thought that I had already done all the research. I've been researching this stuff for so long that I already thought the research was done. The problem is, as I've been putting this film together, every time it gets close to being done, or I'm getting close to thinking it's going to be done, inadvertently as a part of the research and a part of putting together the film and double checking things as you're writing and as you're doing the voiceovers, as you're making sure everything fits and locks in, inadvertently, oftentimes you find additional information you didn't have before that changes the whole fucking landscape of what you thought you already knew and what you've already established in your work up to this point. Okay, that happens. I'm used to that. With this, yes, there's been that, and yes, there's been continually new information that I'm finding that's changed, again, the whole landscape of what I've already established, what I've already finished, what I've already completed and worked on the film. And this, what I've now come into, is a completely whole different element, ladies and gentlemen, that plays in with everything I've already established. But see, the one thing that I haven't been able to decide upon yet, I've got, again, all the content for Volume 2 and all the content for Volume 3 has already been set in stone and established already. What I didn't have up to this point was an ending for Volume 3. I didn't really know how I was going to end it, other than to just whatever the last piece of information I covered. That's it. That's the end. Game over. That's the end of the movie, right? Well, this new thing that I found, this new stuff, and what it connects to. Again, I'm still piecing all this together. But I've already. This is very hard, difficult to put into words. I mean, when you're in uncharted territory, it's very hard to come up with words to describe to someone where you're at. So I apologize, but I'm doing my best here. Yeah, it's mind blowing. It gets, oh, wow. Yeah, I know it's fucking vague. I understand. I'm just trying to tell you here. Again, all that aside, all the new stuff, just for a second, put all the newer stuff aside. I've dealt with continual setbacks again and again while working on these projects, but the one thing I've always maintained, and I will continue to maintain, because it's never once not been the right thing that happened. Every time I've worked on one of these films, stuff happens. But when I was working on Spellcasters Volume 1, it was supposed to come out like a year before. It did. But I had setbacks and things that delayed that. But because of that, there ended up being information that had it come out before it did, wouldn't have made it into the film, and frankly would have made the film that it was. And I didn't really expect to see that happen again with this, but with this it has. And it ties in with the, so much of the stuff. Really, frankly, this new stuff that I've found, these connections I found to it. We're going well beyond just music conspiracy here and Scientology and with what I'm connecting this stuff to now and all the stuff I've already established. I'm talking about connecting this stuff into, some of the stuff I've covered in the past, especially when some of the Lost Secret stuff. But man, I didn't think we'd be here. I'm talking about interdimensional gateways. I'm talking about, whatever you want to call them, stargates, portals. We're in that territory now. And the whole idea of, which I've talked about quite a bit, I talked about recently, really, maybe even the last full show or whatever I did a few weeks ago, when I was talking about, when I went that lengthy thing about, about the Freemasons and the elites, and when I was talking about remember I was talking about the Wachowski sisters movie and reincarnation and how the elites know about, different people through different incarnations and stuff like that. And this idea of, ascension and ascending, having this knowledge of transcending the death of the physical body and transcending the path of the soul after death. And I've talked about that a lot in the past with the Tibetan Book of the Dead, and how it's read. You're supposed to read this stuff to a person after they're dead, so that in the afterlife they know what to avoid and all that, and just avoiding. A lot of the Eastern religious stuff get into that, avoiding reincarnation and avoiding the path of suffering and all that stuff. But I've cracked something here. Again, just like some of this other stuff that I've already cracked in my Soulcasters research, I've cracked something else here that nobody's cracked yet. I keep looking every day. I keep looking on the internet. I keep looking. I say, guys, somebody else is going to have to crack this soon. Nobody else has. So I'm taking my time with this to make sure I have it as sussed out as I can. Obviously, this is something as big as this is not going to be able to be completely researched out 100% within the short amount of time I've known about it to the time I'm going to be presenting it to you very soon. So it'll be a continual thing. My problem is that I feel like I want to cover this stuff now, but also it ties into the ending of Spellcasters 3. So that's another debate I've been having. Do I go ahead and put out this now? But I think I decided I'm going to go ahead and make my presentation, make my video or whatever, and have that up. And then you'll see how the information also ties in and how it relates with at the end of the film. So that's what I'm going to do. Obviously, just now making it back this month. I've just now been able to get, coming up short on the operating costs again hurt us bad. And we almost went under. And right when I thought all hope was lost, I found this information. I sold some gems and some minerals. We had a great customer come through with some cash. And the problem is now, after getting everything covered, I'm pretty much sitting at zero again. So I've got to have your support. I haven't asked for anything all month. We came up short. Now is the time to help us. It's getting close to Christmas. We need to raise at least $500 this week. I'm extending the box set availability. That was supposed to end on December 1st. Because of the delay in the film, I'm going to extend that a little while longer. But as far as Spellcasters 2, it will be here before the end of the month and before New Year's Day. So, obviously, with this new research, has delayed that with good reason. Once you see this, once you see this is going to blow your fucking nuts off. Let me just first say that. I don't think I've, so far in this episode, been that emphatic about it. Let me just say it's going to blow your fucking brains out. My fucking head is on fire. And my head don't get on fire about anything like this stuff anymore. It just doesn't. I've been researching it so long, nothing blows my hair back anymore. This stuff it's crazy because I've already seen glimpses of this. It's kind of one of those things where I've already seen kind of glimpses of it through years, but not really know how it relates. This, it's just unbelievable. And it almost feels like it was intended. I know this is going to sound crazy and egotistical too, but it almost sounds like it was intended. It almost seems like what I've discovered was intended for me to find. It really does seem like that. Once you all see what I'm talking about, once you all hear what I'm talking about, okay, then you'll understand the whole thing here. But I want to get up here and let you know that I am on the comeback trail. It was dicey there for a little while this month. I am back. I do need your support. And the Spellcasters films are a go, and they are continuing. And you will have Volume 2 by the end of the month, probably somewhere around New Year's Eve. I don't really know yet. As far as right now, for this week, my goal right now is to continue working on this new research. Again, it plays into the film anyway, and that stuff. So I need to get this sussed out, get as much as I can, concrete with what the new stuff that I found, present that to you. Then I'll get back to work to finishing Volume 2. It's crazy, though. When you see how this stuff, when you see what I found, when you see this thing that I've discovered, and how it ties in with what I've already established with the Spellcasters. I don't know, man. It's creepy. It's getting fucking creep show over here. I mean, I don't know. It's starting to make me think that these fuckers, I don't know. They know what's coming, I think. I think they know what's coming. I think they're trying to send me little signals. Somebody knows what's coming. I think somebody's trying to send me little signals, letting me know they know this is coming. I don't know. All I'll tell you is my mind is blown. I'm still I still, again, am trying to suss out and figure out everything. What I've stumbled into here is kind of one of those riddles wrapped inside of enigma, wrapped inside of a mist river. That in fucking JFK. It's one of my favorite parts ever. Joe Pesci's is fucking great anyway, like he was in Goodfellas and Casino, and he's just off the chain. My Cousin Benny. But JFK though, it cracks me up in that David Ferry as playing the real life guy David Ferry, and it's too fucking big for you. You know that? It's a mystery wrapped inside an enigma, inside a riddle. the fucking shooters don't even know. I apologize. Trying to put my voice in Joe Pesci, but made me cough there. Holy shit. I love that, though, when he's going off. It's too fucking big for you. You know that? Black. Give it to me, black. That's fucking hilarious. It is. It really is. It's one of those mysteries wrapped inside a riddle type thing. And it's just going to fucking blow you away. And there's so many little synchronistic things that have happened, again, to confirm this. It's just wild. Anyhow, just want to get up here for a minute and give you guys a status report, let you know what's going on. Again, I've extended the deadline for the box sets. If you haven't pre-ordered yours yet, you still have time to do that. We'll extend that to the end of this month as well. But again, right now we need to raise at least $500 of our operating costs goal for the month this week. Please contribute whatever you can. 5 people contributing $100. We'll do that. But I'm sitting on zero here, and I'm sitting on some fucking bombshell shit that nobody has figured out yet. And this has a possibility to be a fucking major ground moving piece of information. It's just incredible. It really is. The implications of this are just insane. And it also has, there was one specific thing that I heard when some of these famous celebrities and musicians and stuff started dying off like 10 years ago. Right around the time like Heath Ledger and people like that started dying off, there was this thing about, it ties to the whole, I can't explain it all. I've got it sussed out, but you'll understand and you'll see it all very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I'm balls deep in the rabbit hole right now. I'm balls deep in the rabbit hole. I'm balls deep in the Matrix. I'm balls deep in the fucking, whatever, Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, whatever you want to call it. I'm over here sitting in fucking everlasting gobstopper poop of fucking info. It's just unbelievable. Come with me. It's the world of pure imagination. It's fucking insane. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's unbelievable. And again, it's one of those fucking things, man, where I don't know. It is mind blowing. That's all I can say. It's as vague as I can fucking be. I know you're fucking pissed off. Look, not to worry. You're going to know all about this real soon. Within this week, you're going to know all about this. I about got it all sussed out. And I will make a presentation for you all within the following week. Within this week. What's today? Tuesday? Okay. By the weekend. Maybe earlier. But again, please support my work right now. I need it more than ever. I'm closing in on finishing 2 and 3. I've just fallen into some bombshell shit, which very well may actually end up being not only the end of Volume 3, but may actually end up being the next film. I haven't decided on that yet either. This new stuff I've fallen into could very well be the follow-up film, like the continuation from the Spellcasters. Then again, the Spellcasters honestly could be an ongoing thing. Somebody else suggested that maybe it should just be an ongoing series. It could be that. I always like to make my films, limit them to 2 or 3 volumes at the most. Somebody suggested that, and at first I didn't agree. Now I'm kind of thinking, there's so much here, and trying to fit everything into one, 2 or 3 films is ridiculous. I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. But yeah, it could be a continuing thing. This new stuff and what it connects to and the implications of it. Somebody's been wanting somebody to figure this out for a long time, and up to this point, nobody has. People have found pieces and whatnot, but nothing like what I've put together. So get ready. This is some serious shit. I wouldn't have dreamed it would tie in with my stuff I've already established with, the Kurt Cobain stuff and the, all the stuff I've told you about. It's going to be in Volume 2. The stuff with, the Ozzy Randy Rhoads thing and fucking the Fall stuff. Just all of this stuff, man. It's unbelievable. But I'll be back very soon. I'm going to continue working on putting this all together and getting ready to present this all to you very soon. Again, support my work. Please make contributions. I'm sitting on zero over here after finally just getting everything covered. So I need some cash to be able to operate and to continue to be able to put all this stuff together to get this presentation out to you and also get Spellcaster 2 finished by the end of the month. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your continued support. For those of you who, look, again, this is why I've always told her, you got to trust the process. These films take as long as they take, and that's it. But trying to, rush something out for whatever reason. I mean, listen, I mean, the stuff I've had to deal with and contend with since I've been making this film has been unfucking-believable. It's been off the fucking charts, and it's continued. And it's been insane, and it's driven me to the point of fucking mental breakdown. I'm not going to lie to you. But again, I trust the process, and I trust where the journey takes me every time I make a film, because every film is a journey. And this has taken me on another one, and every time I think I'm out and I'm striking out and it's over, I'm back in the game again. That has happened time and time again. Every time I'm ready to quit, every time I'm done, I'm thinking I'm fucking out and I'm down and out and there's no fucking way that I'm going to be able to continue, I get proven wrong. And that's because I'm on the right track. So stay vigilant, keep the faith, and get ready to have your mind blown. I love you guys. I'm going to lay this on you real soon, all right? Get ready. We'll talk again real soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.